Okay, guys. So I'm going to talk about this real quick. Okay. Why is it so blurry? I'm going to talk about this real quick because I was in this position before, and I felt like this before. Okay. Now I had a comment. He's a subscriber. He follows me all the time. Listen to me, even though I'm not a stock professional, but he listened to me. Okay. So he made a comment. He said he feels like he wants to sell some of his TTOO shares and jump into Finger, okay? Because everybody's chatting about Finger, they're just going on and on and on and on, right? And sometimes when people chat about stuff and say stuff, and it's kind of like a trend, you got to be careful because sometimes it's trending, and sometimes the stock is not going to do anything because people are talking about it, right? So he made a comment. He said, and this is not the only time I've heard this before. He said that he felt like selling some of his TTO and jumping into Finger. I guess because Finger was running or people were talking about it, right? So when I looked at the chart, I'm like, well, Finger's only up, like it was up 7% at the time, and TTO was up like 12% on a day. So I'm thinking like, okay, so what price? He must have got in at a high price on TTOO. I don't know. But he wanted to switch because I guess he thought it was going to run or make this big run like everyone is talking about. And that's kind of what people were saying about AMC. So this is the most important thing. If you're investing in the stock market, and I was going down the same road, when you invest in the stock market, you have to be mindful of the money you put in on the stock. If you're putting in $10,000 on a stock and you think this thing is going to go to the moon, but it goes the opposite direction, and instead of you having 10,000, now you got 500 left. You can't be crying because it's gone. You can't be upset because it's gone, because you have to have a risk tolerance, right? You got to know how much you're willing to lose without it bothering you. I mean, yeah, no one wants to lose money, but you can't always win in the stock market either. So you already know you're going to lose money. That should already tell you that you're going to lose money, right? Even when you play the lottery, you're taking a chance and you can lose money. So I used to feel like that, but I've learned to not put money on a stock or in the market, because if it goes down, I'm not going to be hurting or upset because I put too much in there. That's what I'm trying to say. Don't put too much. There was something else, but you just kind of have to train yourself not to be upset. So instead of putting 10,000, if you put $1,000 in there and it goes down to 1,000 down to like $50, you're not going to feel as upset or as hurt that you lost that money as if you put 10,000. So have some kind of risk tolerance where when you buy the stock, just be prepared that it's going to go down, okay? And they say you only lose when you sell. You only lose when you sell, right? So if you're already negative, you done lost, like, you put 10,000, you done lost I don't know, $8,000 of it. It's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt you. You're gonna feel something. So just put enough in there that's not gonna bother you. Like I said, it took me a long time to try to get over that part. So now I know I'm not gonna put as much money in, right? Because for one, I'm still learning. A lot of you are still learning. So don't think everything's going to go to the moon because someone says it's going to go to the moon. Just like with AMC, people on YouTube are not professionals. Some of them know more than others, Some know what they're talking about, but just because they're talking about it is not 100% guaranteed that it's going to happen, right? And just because you pay to be in their Discord or be in their group, and it doesn't mean that you're going to always win. You may win sometime by being in some of these groups or paying for a subscription. You may win sometime, and sometimes you may lose, right? But you may gain more knowledge from people like that if you choose to pay. But a lot of times you don't even have to pay for that, because a lot of stuff is free. A lot of stuff that they're talking about is free on YouTube. And that's what I did. I went to YouTube and just listened to a whole bunch of different people and searched for what I need. And I learned it myself, and I'm still learning. So be mindful when you put money in, just be mindful about how much you're putting in, okay? I have more to say, but I can't think right now because I'm trying to focus on the road. Is there something else? But a lot of people always say, oh, I'm gonna jump out of this and jump in it. And I used to do that all the time too. I would jump out of one stock and jump into the other stock because it's running. And then as soon as you jump into the other stock, it starts heading down. Like it knows. And a lot of times, they say retailers are the first or the last ones to know. A lot of times, by the time you're ready to jump in a stock, a lot of times it's going to head back down, because it had already made a very big move prior to you even seeing it sometime, and you're getting in late. And the people that got the best price are the people with a lot of money that's making the stock move for whatever reason. And you done missed that jump. Like it already jumped, but you done missed it, and they make it jump a little bit more so you can get just a little bit when they already got a lot. But so just keep that in mind, guys. Invest wisely. That's why I always say that in my videos. Invest wisely. Don't let no one tell you how to invest or how much to put in or nothing. If you put money in the market, pretend like you're throwing it away or it's going to be gone. Okay, so that means only put enough in there. So that's it. That's all I can say. I'll talk to you guys later. Let's keep an eye on the market. And I think them guys are done talking on the news, because the market is turning around. So, and that could be a good strategy. Oh, I do want to say that. So, and this is another thing that I learned, because you see this all the time when the SEC or the person that's in charge of the United States, when they get on the news, you notice like the stock market would tank. When they talk about the percentage, the percentages and the interest rates and all this stuff, you see the market tank as they're talking, right? This could be I'm not telling you to buy or sell, but I'm telling you one thing that I've noticed, and you can take advantage. When you see them talking like that and the market start heading down, it could be a very good opportunity for like a swing trade. You can, when it tanks, especially when they're talking about something crazy and nobody wants to hear it, the market would just go whoop, would tank down. So it could be a very good opportunity. And hopefully they don't talk all day. They talk part of the day, and then the market start going back up. It's a good opportunity for a swing trade. So there's some free knowledge for you guys. All right, guys, I have to go. I'll see you next one. Take care. Peace.